All right, welcome to the greatest radio show of all time with your host, your boy Tyrese Need. All right, so real quick, man. Um, like I said, this street ball tour, man, it's going really well. The whole street ball circuit that I've created, like I said, this whole NBA prospect like idea concept, and it's a real thing. Like I said, I mean, I see my talent. Everybody else in the world can see my talent. It's completely undisputable. It's all on camera. And like I said, I mean, I'll be looking at videos they be sending me through the algorithms and stuff. Jason Williams is nowhere close to me. Like, honestly, Jason Williams is too thin. He looks weak. Like, they just ain't built like me, bro. None of these NBA players are built like me, bro. Like, they all literally look emaciated. They're too thin. I'm just being real. And they're all under Monarch Mind Control and MK Ultra. I think half of them are clones personally. So it's like, I mean, what is the point of competing with clones? You know what I mean? It's silly. It's a silly concept. Like I said, your world is so brainwashed with all this nonsense. But that's the problem with the world is all y'all kind of just doing your own thing and then acting like y'all, make the decisions or call whatever, and y'all ain't in charge of nothing. None of y'all. That's the whole problem with all these people. Like I said, all these people, they all the same. They just jealous and envious. And like I said, they have some kind of like issue with me being successful. Like, I'm going to stay being successful. I don't care how nobody feels. I don't care how nobody takes it. I'm a human being. Like, I'm going to be successful and I'm going to be rewarded for my success and treated correctly. And it's just that simple. Like I said, me, I just keep on pushing, bro. I ain't worried about nothing. I continue to push forward and succeed. And like I said, my content continues to get better and better and evolve more. Um, I'm not focused on other people, man. I'm focused on me and what I'm doing. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know about other people. I don't know what y'all got going on, but like, I got the formula, like the real formula, at least for this. It seems like I've had the formula for pretty much everything outside of maybe what I'm going through physically. That's about the only thing, you know what I mean, that like I still can't figure out. I'm doing what I can. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, really have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? But see, that's the thing. Like, I just understand the game that everybody's playing. I understand what people are on, and I peep game. And I'm outsmarting every single one of you. Just know that I'm way ahead of y'all in the game. I've already outsmarted all of you. I already have complete leverage on all of you, right? For when I take this lawsuit to court, I'm guaranteed to win. And it's just going to exemplify and show the reality of my predicament and what I've been through for so long, and just everything that I had to go through, everything that I've had to deal with, everything that I've had to endure. Like, it just, my case is just going to be completely lopsided. I mean, it's going to be an easy win. You feel me? And it's going to explain how everybody was basically insolent, incompetent, like I said, never made any sense, refused to do anything that they signed up to do. It's a clear cut win all across the board. You feel me? At the end of the day, man, like I said, I mean, I'm trying to do the best that I can. That's all I can do. You know what I mean? I stand with God. And I always will, man. Like I said, you have a lot of these, so-called wannabe monitoring spirits. A lot of these people are demonically possessed. Um, and it is what it is. I continue to not let the devil stop me. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what the devil says, what the devil does. All the devils and the demons do is lie. And they can bring all they lies, and it's going to continue to be the truth. The truth will always conquer lies, and love will always conquer fear. You understand? And it just is what it is. Like I said, this life is a hard life. I don't know what y'all are talking about. If not, then you've got more serious problems, because when you go through struggle, there's a reason that you struggling. Like I said, God keeps talking to me. He keeps talking to me through the downloads and everything, telling me to just keep on pushing, keep moving forward. Um, like I said, it's been the hardest, say couple of years of my life. It hasn't even really, I mean, yeah, it's been going on for a couple of years. I mean, different things, different issues, I mean, the last few years have been tough, have been rough, like I said, number one, I speak vocally. I let everybody know what it is with me. Like I said, I'm not the patience is gone. I'm not going to sit here and put up with no nonsense from none of y'all. There's no reason for me to. It doesn't make any sense. And people just, like I said, people going to have to come correct. All y'all. Y'all going to have to make sense when you talk to me. And you're not going to waste my time because why would a grown man need to deal with that? A grown man ain't going to put up with that, man. A grown man, I got stuff to do. I need to do what I need to do. The last thing I'm worried about is people judging me or what they have to say because none of y'all ever know what you're talking about. You don't know me. So just keep my name out your mouth and that's it. You feel me? Other than that, trust me, I got full documentation that when I take this matter to court, it's going to be such an easy win lawsuit and everybody's going to lose their job and go to prison. And that I can guarantee on everything I love. You understand? So, like I said, it just seems to me like all y'all have made bad decisions. And that's the thing is like now I'm not their scapegoat no more. Now I'm not letting nobody project their problems and their issues onto me no more. I don't have nothing to do with none of y'all. I do my own thing. I represent me and me only, and that's it. And I continue to push forward. Friend to none of you. You understand? Because, like I said, you all chose that path. You chose to make it like this. Everybody. If you notice, people aren't looking out for me. People are looking out for their best interest in themselves. People are selfish. People are all about them. And I just get left with nothing and have to do the best that I can. And I mean, that's just not right. And it's not the way that it should be. And it's not the way it's going to be. This is not going to continue. So, like I said, you people think that nothing ever goes my way or is a positive or changes. I mean, of course. I mean, I'm very lucky, man. Isn't that why half y'all made your little fake names? I mean, if you were lucky, I mean, you wouldn't look how you do, right? I mean, if you were lucky, you wouldn't have all that karma you're constantly dealing with. I mean, you're living out karma nonstop. That's why they call them karmics because basically their whole life is karma. That's the real truth. That's what I realize. I mean, that's other people's problem to deal with. I don't even want to talk about anything that's not positive and beautiful and nice. That's the thing, man. You are what you let in. You are the company you keep. You are the food that you eat. I mean, you just are what you choose to become in a lot of ways outside of me with what I'm going through physically. Like I said, with what these people did to me when they called Seton Hospital. Like I said, I mean, everybody, it's just hilarious because I got them all right where I want them. I mean, they're gonna go to prison. They're gonna lose their job and they're gonna go to prison. Like seriously, bro. I think there's actually gonna be a lot of layoffs because of this lawsuit. I really do. I think a lot of individuals are going to lose their job behind what I went through and everything that was done to me. I really do. Because you don't understand, I haven't taken this matter to court yet. I'm not speaking yet. When I start actually talking publicly, oh yeah, I haven't even talked yet. That's what y'all don't get. I haven't said nothing yet. So trust me, when we take this matter to court, oh, it's it's gonna be like it's gonna be a big deal, man. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, people want to count my pockets. They want to worry about me. They want to worry about what I got going on, right? Well, just know that I'm extremely successful, more successful than you, any of your Freemasons, any of your fake actors. And like I said, I'm the real deal. I'm the head honcho. I'm the big dumb boss, tougher than everybody, the biggest gangster to ever walk this planet. Proved that solid the entire time. Don't have no holes in my rap sheet. I'm the most thorough dude there is, the most thorough street gangster of all time, the most notorious, most ruthless gangster of all time in this entire country and in the world, right? And you have a bunch of, prissy people who are, I mean, trying to act cute, who think that they want to play games with me. You don't. Nobody does. Because I don't do fake stuff. I don't do fake stuff. I don't do no talking. Like, nah, I'm a man of action. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want problems with anybody, but if people want problems, I say no problem. You see the difference? When I walk into a room, the aura changes because I'm an actual gangster. I carry a lot with me, a lot of ancestors, a lot of spirits, no baggage, but I carry a lot of history in the street with me of things that I've done. You don't know me. Remember one thing, all you people out there, you know nothing about me. Trust me, I am completely in the winning seat. I don't know how anyone would say anything otherwise. It's just silly. So yeah, I don't know what that was, why people want to pretend that they're playing verbal games. Like I said, they have nothing better to do. And it just seems like they want to make people feel uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable with reality. So that's their only answer every day is they're mad at reality. So they're like, how can I project so that he can feel how I feel? And it'll never happen, nor have your words ever accomplished that. And that's the issue is I don't just sit there and let people mouth off to me and say whatever you want, bro. That's not going down. You're going to treat human beings correct. You're going to treat me correct. And I'm tired of reminding y'all. It just is what it is. You're going to, you're going to listen. And like I said, you're all going to respect me. And that's it. And you're going to do what you're told straight up. Yeah. I don't know what y'all are talking about, man. I'm not the one. So, like I said, the games, all that nonsense is over with. Like I said, we're moving forward. Everything is just amazing. Right. And at the end of the day, I just know that my talent, speaks for itself. Like I said, you people talk about Tony Parker, you talk about Tim Duncan, you talk about the Spurs, you talk about this and that. I mean, James Silas's son, which his name was Xavier Silas, he was playing D1 basketball. I don't know if he ever really played in the NBA, but his dad did, James Silas, and his son is who trained me when I was a kid, and I was already like better than him when he was playing D1 ball. I won the award. Okay, you got to listen to what I'm saying. I won the award at his camp at WEA, West Austin Youth Association in Austin, Texas, both times that he had the camp there. I went both times. I won it both times, meaning I was the best player. I was the best kid in the entire camp both times. That's a pretty big deal. So to think that James Silas has not heard my name or wouldn't recognize or maybe know who I am, he probably does, just like Spike Owen should, Cliff Gustafson. They should never forget me. I don't know how Cliff is doing. Hopefully he's okay, but he's a much older man now. He's very elderly. He was in a wheelchair last I saw a picture of him. I haven't seen him in decades. Um, Spike Owens was always a good man. Always liked him for the most part. Didn't really see any issues with him. Shout out to Coach Carmona. Y'all will never know who that is probably, but he was one of the coaches at Texas Legends I used to looked up to Coach Carmona. And then I had I don't know if it was Daniel Ortiz, but there was one Ortiz. Y'all can look it up back in the day who played for UT. He was around at that time too, and he was coaching in that camp that I was at. The players would coach within the camp. And he was pretty cool. I liked him. He was a bigger, more heavy set individual, like a batter. He was a cool dude. Like I said, I did the Ken Griffey Jr. camp in Kissimmee, Florida. Did that quite a few times. Won the award one time. They kept holding it back from me, even though every time I earned it. I mean, I just was always the best. At Texas Legends, they waited forever to give it to me too. They didn't want to give it to me, and it was like, why? It's just I always get the unfair shake. I don't know why. I mean, they knew I was the best. I guess maybe that was why, and they wanted to let the other kids shine. You know what I mean? And then eventually, one camp they said, you know what, we're going to give it to him because he's earned it. But I mean, every camp I was the best there. And like I said, this was all when I was like 12 years old. So I mean, like I said, I fielded batting practice with Barry Larkin right next to me, the old shortstop, not old, but the shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds. George Foster was right there around me doing coaching and stuff. Not at that exact time frame, but well, the time frame, but I mean, not at that exact time, like whatever time it was. But we were on the field, me and Barry Larkin. We were talking to each other, and I was fielding at shortstop batting practice. Like the major league players were whatever hitting or whatever doing drills or whatever. Actually, they were just doing batting practice, I think, and I was fielding at shortstop because I could pretty much handle everything. Like I said, I was talent wise probably better than Jeter and A-Rod. Probably put together. I was that talented. I mean, I used to make catches that were literally like the ball would be moving lightning fast, and it would be like it would come off the bat, and then immediately I'd catch it. I have the quickest hand-eye coordination probably out of any athlete or anyone in the world, which is why I'm a master at hand to hand. You know what? Um, so this is the thing. Why would a guy like that ever put up with anything that's not respect from anyone? He wouldn't, right? Number two, I'm respectful to everybody. So that's all that I ask, but I demand for it at this point because it's been too long that people want to play games like that. And I don't know where that even came from. You know what I mean? That's all some weird, like, insanity stuff because anybody that's in their right mind, they all respect me and they know better. They know how to talk to me and treat me. You know what I mean? So, like I said, all that, we're not playing them games no more. We're moving forward. And like I said, I just went my own direction with everything, man. That's what I'm going to continue to do. I don't care how nobody feels. But yeah, like I said, I was there with Barry Larkin. We were talking. I was fielding batting practice. Like I said, they approached my parents, these coaches at Westminster College. I don't know if it's the same one A-Rod went to. There's like two of them out there in Florida. Might have been the other one, but either way, Pretty cool deal. They approached my parents and said, as soon as he's of age, we want him to play for us. So they tried to recruit me to, play college ball at 12 years old at baseball. So clearly, you have to understand, man. My dad had me around. There was a Coach Gardner at Concordia University. That's in Austin or like Round Rock, I think, area. My dad was around him, talked to him a few times. Coach Gardner, he was like a short, more heavy set individual, kind of chub chubs. He was an older man, but he was generally pretty cool. I did the camp with them too, with Concordia. My dad just that's what he would put his money into. He put money into, kind of piece by piece, but he put money into training me to be a major league baseball player, and I played shortstop. I played pitcher, but when I was in middle school, they sent somebody to do something to my arm where basically, I almost, well, he almost, to my arm. He was older than me and I was in middle school, and it was just, it's sad that it happened, but it did. And, basically what happened with my arm after that, I could never throw the same. Right. So I've been going through this stuff my entire life, and it just comes with when you shine. I've seen crazy stuff. I've seen it happen to cheerleaders. I saw a cheerleader that, I don't want to go into what happened, but you can kind of use your imagination. But the people that were around her, whatever they did, right? It ended really badly, and they did it on purpose, and it was clear as day to see. And I had to watch that sad display in front of me at some football game or something. I just felt horrible for her because, and I mean, she was affected, for the rest of time, and I don't want to say exactly what happened, but it was horrible. And, just because somebody was jealous. This is the way of the world, man. When you shine and you're jealous, I mean, people come for you. It's just reality. They do it in sneaky ways. Usually, they do it behind your back. Like with her, the girl was right there, and they just didn't catch her. You know what I mean? And this is sadly the world we live in. And that's what I look out for. Is, I protect people like that. I speak for the voiceless. I protect the people who can't protect themselves, and I'm going to continue to stand up for what's right against whoever. I'm never in the wrong. I'm going to continue to stand up against you all because you're all in the wrong, and I'm going to continue to win. I'm not backing down on nothing, and you can't judge me because you're the people who are evil and you're the people who I'm shutting down. You got that? So I'm going to say it again. I mean, right there, I mean, that's a lot of highlights, bro, in one lifetime, and I'm barely getting started, you know? So, like I said, met Ken Griffey Jr., met George Foster. Um, Uh, I even met Trey at the time. He was super little when I was a pretty young kid. He was a very little kid, and I met Trey. He was Ken Griffey Jr.'s son. When, like I said, I was a little kid at the time too. But he was so small. He was like playing with Pokemon cards and stuff and running around crazy all the time. And they just involved him in the camp, because he was a kid. So he liked hanging out at the camp and stuff. So uh, Trey was cool. Like I said, he's Ken Griffey Jr.'s actual son. So I've met him. I've met Ken Griffey. Pretty much met the whole family. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ken Griffey Jr. Never really had a problem with him. Always thought he was pretty chill, pretty cool dude. I'm pretty sure I shook his hand and talked to him briefly or met him at least one time. Um, but he had a lot of issues too, you know what I mean? Just with stuff that he was going through and dealing with his own demons and mental stuff, I guess, everybody does. But all in all, he seemed like a pretty cool guy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, outside of that, when I was smaller than that, I ended up getting better than all the girls in ice skating. My dad put me in ice skating to work on my balance. And that's why you see I have all this like athletic ability and talent. I mean, I literally got better than all the chicks. I was ice skating better than all of them, to the point I literally was like a pro at a very young age. So people don't understand how much stuff I've actually accomplished in my life. And then, like I said, when I went into tennis real young too, and I mean, at 12 years old, I was playing and ranked in the top four of the state of Texas constantly, kind of moving up and down in the ranks of the top four. Always, I was always the top four, and I named some of the seeds. That's what they call them, seeds at the top four. I've already named them, and then, like I said, I went from the ZAT tournaments where you're supposed to accumulate enough points to become a champ, and people don't even think about becoming a super champ. But me, I figured out how the system worked, ended up winning like the second ZAT tournament I played immediately. Won the whole thing. So I became a champ like overnight. And then I'd go to like Lakeway Tennis Center or whatever to train, or one of those centers out there. Maybe was it Steve Austin, I want to say it was called, or something like that, something like that. Somewhere in Austin, like near St. Michael's, the high school I went to. I think it was kind of out there. But basically, I'd go back there and everybody's like, "Wow, you're a champ already!" And then I ended up winning the champ tournament in Corpus, and my finals again was against John Haley. I defeated him atrociously and won, and that was it. And I was a super champ. And then I played the national tournament as a super champ right after that. We ended up going to Oklahoma, and that's the only national tournament I ever played. And then my father, I don't know if he was envious or what, if he had issues, I don't know, but he pulled me out of it. Maybe he didn't want my ego to get too big. I have no idea, but he usually had a reason for everything he did. He was pretty methodic and with it, and he was very smart. So I don't know why he did that, but that was kind of it. And then, like, I don't know, I like took a break from it, I think. But when I had my run, I had the best run anybody's ever had. I mean, that's my point. Like, I have in pretty much everything, right? Like I said, I mean, I've done a lot in my life, you know. So, I mean, I'm just trying to explain. I've been doing this for a long time. This basketball stuff, my dad used to tell me, he always trained me in baseball, but he said, I mean, he said, if I know anything, it's basketball. And he also helped me with basketball. I did a lot of training with that. And I would just kind of alternate like which one I liked the most and was into. Um, I've just always had a love for basketball, man. It's kind of different, you know. I do for baseball too, but something about basketball, you know, I don't know. I mean, they're kind of just they're totally different sports. It's a different love for each sport, you know what I mean? But I'll always have love for baseball, but it's so hard you can't train by yourself with it, and it's a sport that takes tons of practice. So either way, I got to figure out like, you know, when these blessings come, if they do, which I believe they will, I have to get back into the training for all these things too. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I have to literally take Christina and have her with me, and I have to train for tennis. I have to train probably for baseball. I'm probably going to have to join a team and stuff that I feel safe with and trust, you know, with all the stuff that I've been through physically. Because it's, you know, it's just, I don't know. Baseball is, I'm still kind of iffy about because of all that, but I'm sure I can figure it out and get back into it. You know what I mean? But it's just with all the stuff I've been through, you know, a lot can happen in baseball. But I want to train to get back into that. Definitely want to train for tennis because I think I could definitely win Wimbledon, and I think I could actually compete and get to Wimbledon straight up. I don't see any reason why, because all I would do is figure out what circuit do I need to be a part of, how many ranks do I have to move up, and I just do the same thing I did when I was a kid. And people on here know I can do it. That's why they get scared. I can win Wimbledon, bro. I'm not joking. Like, in my sleep. I'm taller now. I'm a lot taller. I was one of the smallest kids when I did all this stuff in tennis. So I'm 6'2" and 165 pounds now, and I'm pretty much pure muscle, and I'm stronger than probably any human on the planet if you really put it to the test. I mean, I should be able to literally like run my opponent back and forth until they tire out, just like I used to, and I should be able to win every match if I really push hard enough. My legs are super strong from all the walking. I mean, God has definitely done that as far as training me. He's got me strong as hell. So I mean, and quick and just, you know, with it and the reaction time. That's another thing I probably get. There's a couple of things I want to do. I want to train for tennis. I want to train for baseball. I need to get what they call a radar ball, and I need to get this setup thing. They have like a blue thing you can purchase. They used to have this stuff in Baseball Express, was the magazine my dad used to read, and he'd show it to me as a catalog, and they had all the wooden bats because in Little League they literally nicknamed me Woody, like Toy Story, but they nicknamed me that because I used a wooden bat. I never used aluminum, meaning that everyone had an advantage over me, and I still would end up with more hits than anyone in the entire league. Okay, and like I would hit the ball farther. So if it doesn't say something about me, bro, I've been doing this my entire life, shining on another level. This is not new for me. I used to always order the Ken Griffey bats. They'd be black with a silver stripe. They were beautiful. Or I'd order the It was like made out of cedar wood, and they were Mark McGuire or Sammy Sosa. So the Mark McGuire one would have a red stripe, and the Sammy Sosa one would have a blue stripe. And I used to literally like tell my dad which kinds I wanted, and then he would order the ones that I wanted. And my favorite obviously became the Ken Griffey Jr. one. But I love the wooden bats too. I don't know, they hit different. And then of course the coolest part was I was in little league, but I would break the bats, because when they're wooden they actually break, and it's kind of scary sometimes when they do. It's pretty graphic, and definitely went through a couple of bats that cracked in half and broke. So I mean, it's kind of a cool experience though. I mean, I used to do this stuff until I literally had like blisters all over my hands, so that's why I have calluses all over my hands. And it'd just be funny, people will say that like, oh, if you got a man's hands, I'm like, I have more calluses on my hands than most people. Your whole hand is not supposed to be callous. That's not normal. It's supposed to be the areas that you had to do something. And mine is from that because my dad used to take me out there and I'd do batting practice and these blisters would be open or whatever. And I'd still keep going. And I didn't even use gloves half the time. So, I mean, it was painful. People don't understand the pain that it takes, and the sweat and tears that go into actual greatness and becoming something. I used to go to WEA, it's West Alton Youth Association, as a kid, and they had those little fans. I mean, it'd be hot as hell in that gym in the middle of the summer, and I'd go in there all day and just train for basketball nonstop. I mean, till the point my shirt was soaking wet. I mean, that's all that I did. I mean, every single day, like, there was girls trying to holler at me, and I'm young, and my whole mind was so focused on what I was doing, I didn't even really pay them the time of day, and I'm glad I didn't anyway because they were all manipulative even then and full of it. But I mean, I just had a lot going for me, man. In my middle school, it was the same deal. I had other girls trying to holler at me and just wasn't paying attention. Just didn't care because I was focused on what I was doing. I was focused on being the best, just like I am now. That's the thing. I never focused on women. I focused on myself and being the best that I can be. And that's what I've realized about all of these so called women. They're not women because women would want to be with the best. Women are going to want to be with a boss and they're going to want to be with the best. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you all care, and I don't. I don't value their opinion. I don't care about anything they say. They make no sense, and it just is what it is. The only one that I care about right now, as far as like with my girlfriend, is my girlfriend. Like what she has to say and how she feels, and if she's okay. I care about her, but she's an actual woman, and I mean, it's clear as day. She is. She's amazing. You know what I mean? So number one, I'm always worried about you, honey. I'm praying for you, and I love you, and I'm always here for you. But like I said, I've just done a lot, man. I was on a lot of different teams. Like I said, I did AAU basketball, tried out for the Hoopsters, made them. That's the Westlake team. Why I got set up as a younger kid because they didn't want me to go to Westlake when I went through all that stuff that I think Carly Fiorina is allegedly connected to. When I got set up on Michael Dill's field with St. Andrews and St. Stephen's, however it was, I can't remember. It's been a long time. But the whole point is, I mean, just went through a lot of stuff, man. Did the Adams course, that was at Westlake. Like I said, the working out, the running, that was with all the football team and stuff like that, like all them dudes that you hear about, like Drew Brees. I'm pretty sure Drew Brees was right there at the Adams course with me. I've been around a lot of them, man. Like I said, Nick Foles, I used to, have his number in practice and he'd get mad. Like I said, I mean, I've already said how I feel about him. I don't even want to talk about him. But like I said, I mean, they all failed. Like I said, they were in middle school and they were making sacrifices and doing the same demonology all Masons do. Those are all Masons. That's why I never fit in with them and I never understood. And now I do because I wasn't a Mason. It was a good thing. See, I didn't sell my soul, and I knew it was a good thing. I knew it was a good thing. I didn't fit in with none of them. I didn't fit in with Dusty. Dusty was like a big lineman, right? And I told him off one day, and I mean, these were, people that were way bigger than me at the time. I was the smallest kid in my middle school. I hadn't grown yet. Ralph Nader, he was another one. He talked all that smack and then, kind of got his karma. Well, he did get his karma. Same with Jay Austin. He got his karma. He was connected to the father worked at Silicon Labs. So you can't tell me that this stuff hasn't been going on. I know everything that's gone on, bro. That's what people don't get. Like I said, Wade Lamb, Steven Schaefer. right? And it's just the truth that all of them, I mean, I don't even have to say it, man. Like I said, it's in God's hands, but all of them just kind of continue to get what they deserve. They all got their karma. Karma has no deadline. It always comes every time without fail. That's what people don't understand. You can't just run around doing what y'all doing and then laughing about it and trying to lie about the stories. Like I said, they were making actual sacrifices, bro. I know everything about everything, bro. I had to sit there and watch all of that, sadly, and it's just sad, man. Same with, like I said, Philip Bell. He was a homie of mine. They did the same thing with him at St. Michael's. And I didn't get to see any of this like in front of me, but I just would be there to hear the stories after, and it was just very clear what they were doing. Like the one guy in middle school, Steven Schaefer and Wade Lamb were talking, and they're right there, and Steven Schaefer's like, yeah, and he had the best game he ever had, and Nick Foles is right there talking about it. I know Nick Foles was actively doing that in middle school, so I mean, he sold his soul. The NFL doesn't mean that you made it or you're the best. It just means that you sold your soul and you made sacrifices. See, if people stop feeding themselves a line of you know what and start telling themselves reality, then you'll get a clearer perspective of the world that you live in. Everything is a spiritual complexity. What's going on with all these individuals is demonic possession. It's clear as day. Y'all better wake up, man. Like real talk, bro. Y'all better wake up, son. So, like I said, at the end of the day, that's why I ain't got no time to talk to no demons. I'm an earth angel, bro. I don't let demons run their mouth at me. I don't. I don't let them sit there and talk fly to me. We don't play like that. You understand? You don't run your mouth at me ever. You know better. All y'all. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm an actual angel. I know what I am. Like I said, you saw what happened with the truck, won against the truck. You know what I mean? Took on the truck and won, walked away, kept moving, retaught myself how to walk. Come on, bro. In Atlanta, when I had that stuff happen in the club, that setup, I had to reteach myself how to talk. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. I done seen it every time, bro. Everybody turned their back on me. Like, I'm completely disattached from all of y'all and everything of this world in the first place, bro. I don't care about the things y'all care about. I've been through too much. I understand the art of detachment. I really do. Like, I don't care what nobody talking about. That's what people don't understand about me. I stay in my own little corner and I do me. I don't care how nobody feels. See, y'all are too addicted to other people. You're too, codependent and worried about what other people think. I'm not. I don't care at all. I don't care how nobody feel. I don't care what you have to say. I mean, like I said, I don't trust any of you, and all y'all do is lie. It's all y'all do. All y'all do is sit there and plot and be envious and jealous. I'm not going to talk to you about what? Talk to the enemy. For what? The way I was raised, you don't talk to the enemy, you defeat the enemy and you stand up to them directly in their face and you make sure that they back down and tuck their tail between their legs and get to running. Feel me? That's the school of thought I come from. Like I said, grew up on Trailside Drive. Like I said, had a ton of stuff I was involved in there growing up as a kid. Won every time, right? I think that I definitely had like a spirit, like in me at the time, because I could see it in pictures and stuff, and like it was kind of scary. Like it was necessary for me, in my survival at the time, obviously, because I went through a lot on Trailside Drive. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Okay. And it was the same thing. I just was born. I woke up and I was beautiful. And all of a sudden I had everybody like coming for me and I didn't understand why. Still don't to this day. But I mean, like I said, the world you live in is evil. And I mean, on my block, it was a bunch of like the people who were from down here. And that's all I used to get into it with. And I used to win every time. So that's what people don't understand. I've been winning against y'all since I was yay high, bro. Y'all are no competition. Trust me at all. You feel me? So, and I wasn't doing no talking either. I come from a bad street, bro. Trailside Drive wasn't no joke, bro. I've told y'all some of the stories that happened on that block, bro. So, like I said, I mean, Austin's different in the first place. It's a lot realer. I mean, just more real stuff has happened. I just know people are mad now because I have everything set up in the way that I want it. Like I have things set up where people can't play the games they used to play. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I don't have to worry about their nonsense. You feel me? I don't. All my cars are good. All my cars are in my car lot. They're straight, right? Because they were literally like repetitively. like doing stuff with my windows and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like I still have to replace the window on there when I get the money and all that. I have to figure out everything. I have to get all the keys remade. I got to go back and try to figure out how I can get my titles and all that stuff because they're all super old cars. But at the end of the day, I mean, I own them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it might be a little process. When you have money, it won't be no big deal. So you gotta understand, I'm gonna have money to be able when I get these blessings, hypothetically, which I don't doubt for a second that I will or we will, Christina and I think we're gonna be filthy rich. I mean, we're gonna have money. I mean, I'm gonna have to figure out how to try to see if I can get that Porsche fixed, see if what the issue is, if it's a broken seal or if it's much more serious because the mechanic was envious and jealous down here, which again is not my fault. And I'm not going to be blamed for it. I got to really figure out that whole situation because I'm a little concerned about it. Honestly, I'm worried about it. But I have to figure that out. Then I got to deal with all the other cars. I got to put an engine in the 300. I got a whole bunch of stuff, man. And like I said, comes from all the same issues and the same people, how they didn't do their job and let people break the law. So I have to pick up all the pieces of what has been broken and I have to fix everything. And that's what I've done for decades, right? So the thing is, though, that I have those cars to work with. I have the parts, I have the builds, I own them, and I can do whatever I want with them. So that's going to be, more vehicles for me to be Batman, right? And the fact is, if I do get them running, they all would be pretty well designed for what I do as Batman, being honest with you. Like they would be straight. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't even know if I'm really interested in fixing them. I might just try to sell the parts and get rid of it, to be honest. You know what I mean? I got to see what happens, you know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I can salvage it, I would like to, it just makes me nervous because I don't know what the hell he did with the engine. You know what I mean? And it's just scary. It was having major issues. Hold on. Well, like I said, I put it all in God's hands, but my point is that I have those vehicles to work with. That's why I held on to them. And trust me, it was hard. I had to drive a car on a rim for 7 miles. Literally, I had to, pay for all the tows, pay for the contract for the lot. I had to build that whole arrangement, pay that every month for years now. So put a lot of money into it. I shouldn't let it go to waste. So we already got vehicles just to start, and like I said, Christina and I will get more. We won't go overboard, but we'll get some, I'm sure, so that I have something to drive. You feel me? Hold on. So already got vehicles. What else? I mean, we're gonna be good, bro. Like I said, I mean, I like the bat suits. I can just extend and build off of. I mean, pretty much already got everything that I need going into all these businesses and everything I need to do. Like I said, we're going to buy more scooters. I'll be able to probably have that bat cycle fixed at some point, but the whole point is it'll be completely pointless at that point. Because number one, I'm going to ask them to talk to corporate, then I'm going to file a lawsuit so quick that yeah, I'm filing a lawsuit, bro, and I want my lawyer to try to gather the phone calls. And if they deleted them, I'm sure it will show. Yep. I'm gonna figure out everything that's gone on that I know went on, and you can try to cover up the tracks, but I already know better. I already know what's happened. You feel me? I'm too smart, bro. I'm omnipotent. So, either way, I'll be able to prove it, I'm sure. And either way, I mean, if not, I mean, I can just go public at that point, and I'll just never stop talking about it. And I haven't even done that, and I'm gonna get back to that. Don't think I forgot. So, people don't understand. I told you I forget nothing and I let nothing go. You understand? When people want to pretend that they want to play games with me, well, I don't let anything go and I don't forget. So, people generally learn not to play with me because, like I said, having me in an upset mood, not good. You understand? Because I'm just not going to stop at all. That's what I do. I don't stop. People thought they knew me, but they have no idea who I am. They couldn't slightly comprehend who I am. You understand? So, like I said, like when it's my turn, I mean, I just can't wait, man, because I'm gonna have a field day with everything I'm doing because I'm doing everything legally. Yeah, I'm going to file a lawsuit. I'm going to demand it, speak to corporate. I'm going to talk to corporate and explain you don't have a choice. You're going to have to fix this thing. I bought it from you, right? And then guess what? I get to talk to Christina. You think Christina is not going to help me with my legal right as an American to purchase whatever product I like? Oh, yeah, that's going to happen too. Yeah, y'all don't understand. You don't have a way to stop me from getting the product I need. If I need product, I can buy the product I want. I have every right like every other American. What would you really believe that I can't do that? Do you really think that? That's a silly thought, bro. You really think Christina won't help me? Like if I say, "Hey, I want this scooter," yeah, she'll help me immediately. Feel me? You understand? So it's just funny the things people say. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do anything. Christina will buy me what I want. I already know. That's what y'all don't get. You understand? Like, and there's nothing you can say about it. I mean, what are you gonna say? You can't deny a customer. You understand? And it's not like we're not going to have people we know and friends that, you know what I mean, can assist me in just purchasing what I need, which I shouldn't even have to do that, right? No, Christina will buy it for me, and that's it. There's nothing you can do. You feel me? Because anything else, you'll go to jail like that day. Because you can't just deny someone because I want to be envious, and you can't do that. This is what people don't get. Like I told you, like people want to pretend they want to play these games with me. You don't. Trust me, you're going to lose like everybody else. That's why I told y'all, like all these people, I already saw fear in their eyes. I already told them, like, what's up? What's your issues? I stand right in front of these people, look them right in their eyes, and they terrified. I won. Feel me? Y'all ain't getting it, bro. You didn't stop nothing from me. All you doing is multiplying my hustle. Yeah, Christina will buy me the big scooter that I want, just like I said. Remember? You remember when I said that? You remember when I said, "Oh, I'm gonna buy the big one too," and there's nothing you can do about it? Yeah, I meant that. Yeah, she's gonna buy me that big one, exactly that one. Watch, I can guarantee it. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna have to just sit there and deal with it because you don't get anywhere being envious and jealous of a grown man, bro. It's time to grow up. You're an adult. If you don't enjoy your job, quit the job. Go find a real one because that ain't a real job. How about that, boy? Exactly. And then people still listen to me and have to watch me succeed while they fail. Stuck in a 9 to 5, right? I'm a superstar. So, like I said, at the end of the day, she'll get me whatever scooter I want, and we're going to find better shops that have better inventory, more inventory. But my whole deal is I don't let anything go, man. I just be honest, bro. I always have to get even, and that's me getting even. Is no, she's gonna buy me that big scooter. She might buy a couple. She might buy a replica of the one I have too. I gotta have all that, bro. I don't care how y'all feel, man. Feel me? Real talk. Run and tell that. That's all y'all do is run and tell, right? Run and tell. Feel me? Because I have a right to buy whatever product I want. I have no reason I can't because people tried to lie on my name. I'm taking them to court for defamation and all that other stuff and trying to deny, me for what I paid for. I mean, like you're denying me my right to fix something I own. That's illegal. So I mean, they could say whatever I want, and that guy can make all the excuses, but money talks and everything else walks. Because when I have the money for the lawyer, right, and I'm not even going to need to. I mean, Christina's going to have the lawyer on retainer for us for 25 years when we get married. So good luck. You can look forward to a lawsuit. That's guaranteed. Just like I said, I told all these people this direct. I don't say things that I don't mean, bro. Okay, that's the first thing you should know about me. Like if I'm going to take a matter to court, oh, I'm going to take it to court. So, like I said, I mean, I think they're going to have to fix the bat cycle because they're not, I don't think I know because they have no choice because that's how it works, which was everything. The reason why I was talking to them like that, explaining them to that. They were trying to act like they could play games with me because they're envious and jealous. Like, bro, you can't treat customers like that. You just have to do it. It's your job. You don't have a choice. Seriously. So it's like I said, everybody down here is going to learn how to treat human beings and treat me and treat people. Trust me, we're going to continue to remind them I ain't from here. Y'all don't know how to act. You got some kind of issue. And like I said, anybody who feels any way, they can talk to my face. I'm not from here, bro. I'm not putting up with nothing y'all talking about, bro. I'm from the real world, and there's a lot of people who back me and support me and think just like me. So, boy, miss me with what y'all talking about. Y'all also vastly outnumbered, every single one of you in the valley. Y'all are outnumbered, bro. I got a lot more people backing me. You feel me? Real talk. So, like I said, you got to understand. People like to get online. They like to pretend they want to start issues with me. You don't, because you're going to lose every single time. So, like I said, there ain't no obstacles or roadblocks for what I want or how I move or what I do. I'm going to get whatever I want. So like I said, I'll be getting all that. Um, what else? I'm just gonna have everything rolling, man. And when I get the big one, I got to get the light. I'm gonna get my license back, so I got to get that. And then I'm gonna put plates on it. I'm gonna probably put the rear view mirrors. If it doesn't have them already, I'm gonna put blinkers on it. Get all that stuff set up, right? I think they sell a thing you can use as a blinker, so I'll use that. And I mean, I don't really think people are gonna bother me much on it anyway. I think they're just gonna see me riding around, and that's it. And it won't matter because we'll have enough money to handle anything anyway, any fake tickets, any of that nonsense. Um, like I said, other than that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to talk about anything that's, my private business and a private matter, especially when it concerns all these people who lied and made up nonsense. But all I can say is what I've already said. I mean, I'm not doing nothing for y'all. I'm not doing nothing for the government. You gets nothing until I say so. I'm not doing nothing for you. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Talk to you nothing. You can keep your nonsense over there, and that's it. You're powerless, and you can't do nothing. You understand? So all that, we'll do this and reach out. You can't reach out to nothing. No, nobody care what you talking about. I'm gonna tell all y'all to your face the same thing. You're not getting no money until I say so. You understand? When Christina's with me, she'll help me pay. She'll help me get everything back that I need, everything in place. She's gonna help me to fix a lot of things. We're gonna get everything rolling. Till then, you gets nothing. You understand? Because like I said, you lied and you broke the law, and I'm suing and filing a lawsuit. I don't get moved by corruption. That's what people got to understand with me. You could try that game with other people and see if it worked with them regular civilians, but with the gangster, you lie and you commit crimes and you make it where it's harder for me to do what I need to do. Yeah, you for sure don't get me doing anything for you. I don't care what you're talking about. You can do your worst. You could do whatever you think y'all can do because y'all are powerless and they can't do nothing. They got to sit there and wait. And it's just that simple. And if I want, I'll never pay you ever. You don't deserve me to pay you for what? For lying? Let's get real, bro. See, that's what they do. They try to act like, oh, you should be scared. Scared of what? What the hell y'all gonna do? Nothing, right? Because you can't. That's the reality. Mhm. You feel me? So, like I said, I don't owe the government nothing. I'm not doing nothing for you. Tell you straight up, and I'm gonna keep it like that. I will tell all of you to your face every day. You gets nothing unless I say so. You feel me? So, like I said, she'll help me with all that. She'll help me get everything in line, get all my little ducks in a row. Um, I'll get everything I want, man. You feel me? So, like I said, I already have the cars. I'll get them fixed up. I'll get everything I can for them. That's going to be a whole process. It's not really going to be fun either, but we'll have fun. We're just not going to focus on it. Like when I'm handling business like that, that's serious and it's like kind of a headache. Me and her are going to go to like Dave and Buster's and go play games, or we'll go to main event and go have fun and play some video games and eat. We're going to be going out and doing fun stuff to get our mind off the nonsense, and I don't want her like stressed. And I want, like I'll handle it. I'll try to get it done the best I can and do it. We'll just do it step by step, no rush, no worry. I mean, that's why I want her to get all the money she deserves because she really deserves it. And she's been through hell and she's going through more stuff and she just doesn't deserve that. She deserves to be with me and happy and healthy and safe and good and taken care of and protected. And that's all I want for her. So like I said, I mean, my blessings are coming regardless. This is what these people on here forget. So, like I said, we'll be going out having fun. I mean, like I said, definitely we got to find somewhere like a tennis club so that I can have a training center and train for that. Like I said, maybe a baseball thing at some point. I'll do that later. I'm not worried about that right now. Only thing with baseball I want to do is I want to buy a reaction ball so I can get back, making sure my reaction time is like better than a cat, and because that'll help me in everything. And it's just like a bouncy ball that's like deformed so that when you bounce it, I'm sure y'all have seen them, it bounces different directions super fast, so it works on your reflexes because you have to try to see because you don't have any clue which way it's going to bounce ever. So I got to get that. um when I get into baseball, I'll buy this thing. It's called a paddle, what my dad bought for me and used to train me with, and it's just a flat styrofoam thing that you field with instead of the glove. That way it forces you to use two hands because that's what shortstops have to do. That's why shortstops come out of the Dominican Republic a lot because they're poor and they don't have any money, so they use milk cartons to field it first, so they get better than the ones from America because they're being forced to use both hands. You get what I'm saying? So we'll get into all that later. I'm not worried about that. The only thing with baseball is that and the radar ball, because I want to set up that blue film screen that has like a catcher drawing in white drawn on it, and it has a little part for you to throw the ball at, and it catches it for you if you make it in there. So I got to test my accuracy, and I need the radar ball because it's going to catch the ball, and then we pick it up out of there, pull it out, and see how fast I throw. If I throw over 90, this is what y'all don't get. If I throw over 90, that's like Randy Johnson. Like they will sign me to an MLB team immediately. If I have accuracy and I can throw over 90, which my arm, I don't know if a miracle from God, like I said, it's been messed up since middle school because somebody was doing something, whatever, and it messed it up, and I just never was the same. But, God is really performs miracles. So I believe he could do it. I'm a lot stronger now, man, so I don't know what actually happened. I just know I never was the same, and I still feel it in my elbow, but I've just always done everything. I believe God can do anything, man. I think things happen for a reason. I believe God can really perform miracles, and I think I'm a walking miracle. And like I said, I'm a true testimony, regardless. So I believe he could heal my arm. Yes, 100%. I mean, he's healed me from a lot of other stuff. He's trying to heal me. I believe with what I've been going through. So that's all I can say. I put my faith in God no matter what. You know what I mean? And whether he comes through me or not, I still believe in him and have love for God and Jesus. That's where I'm at with it. But like I said, um, if I throw over 90, they should give me an MLB contract on the table immediately, and I'll negotiate my terms of the contract, especially if I have accuracy, meaning I could be a Major League Baseball pitcher. So I have a lot of different careers. This is what people don't get. Everything I'm telling you is 100% official tissue. So it's not like I don't have experience with all these things. I'd be going in with plenty of experience. Like I said, I won the award at James Silas Camp twice. Um, Xavier Silas was teaching me, training me when he was playing D1 basketball. I mean, it ain't nothing, bro. So an NBA contract shouldn't even be hard for me to come by. That should be clear as day. The baseball contract shouldn't be hard to come by. That's clear as day because I can play shortstop like no other, and I just got to see how fast I can throw as far as me being a pitcher and the pitching. Outside of that, the tennis, that's going to be a whole journey because reteaching yourself that after this many years, that's going to be impossible. That one's going to be hard, but I'm sure I can do it. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of work. Tennis is a weird sport, man. Like when you serve, you have to throw the ball literally behind you. I mean, you have to hire a private trainer. I mean, I have to spend hours and hours being trained again. I know how to do it though, and what tennis centers to use to do it. And like, I would have to really train with them, and they're just going to have to teach me from scratch. Like I'm starting over as a beginner. That's how you do it, and you just get better and better. And after enough time of doing it, you start playing these tournaments, and then I'll get so good again, probably where I can, do the thing with the cone on command like I used to. So I'm just telling you the truth, man. If I get money and we get blessed like this, Christina and I mean, I could win Wimbledon. I could get an NBA contract. I can get an MLB contract, pretty much do whatever I want. I mean, those are my sports. I don't play soccer like that. I'll do it recreationally for fun. I mean, Christina and I could do stuff like that, but never really was that into soccer. I could do that. Hockey, just not my thing, especially with all the nonsense they do. I'm not trying to do that. It's pointless. I've done enough of that in my life. Um, I think hockey's cool to watch. I would love to go to a hockey game with Christina for sure. I think that would fit us very well, and we could get jerseys and stuff. They used to have the ice bats, man, in Austin. I don't know. Did they? I thought they brought it back, maybe or something. I don't know. I went to their game as a kid. That was super cool. I went to the circus too out there as a kid. That was super cool. Where did all that stuff go, man? It's just like they took everything cool from Austin. I don't remember none of that when I got older. There we go again. Overcompensation. Wow, unbelievable. It is just sad. So, like I said, that's the stuff I want to do with Christina. I want to go to the circus, like Barnum and Bailey, if they still have that, Ringling Circus, all that type of stuff. Um, Like I said, I mean, aquariums, just everything I've named, I want to do that with her. All the fun stuff. Like I said, we'll find a batting cage, like a celebration station type thing in one of these states. I mean, all that, bro. Like I said, we can go to hockey games, we can go to concerts. San Antonio, they have a lot of like little plays and stuff. Like I'm just being honest with you, and I had like over a quarter mil to like 300,000 in the bank. Um, that's where I went. We watched like a play, you know what I mean? But like the person I was with was very ungrateful at the time and just wasn't worth, you know what I mean? Like it just was a waste of time. Yeah, wasn't worth nothing. You know what I mean? It was against me and envious of me and jealous of me. But like I said, it is what it is. Karma's real, right? And all you people mad about that, right? But hey, karma is karma. You know what I mean? Like I said, I mean, karma is never ending, man. You know, nobody's exempt from karma. And as far as I've seen, everybody got their karma and continues to. Facts. You know what I mean? And everybody just, I don't know. I mean, you know, I noticed they don't age well. Right? So, like I said, end of the day, I'm doing me. We'll do that though. San Antonio has those plays, and I'm just saying that's where like the wannabe upper class or more upper class. Like if you have money, that's what you do. You go to like the plays there, and then they have great food, and you sit down and eat and watch the play, just like in Batman. They have that little play that they go to. It's just like that, and it's pretty cool, man. It's cool when you have money, like you're just chilling. They got drinks, like get liquored up in there or whatever, and just watch the play. Like I want to do stuff like that with Christina. I think it'd be fun. It was funny because some of y'all know who I'm talking about, but I saw Coco Martinez in there, and it was hilarious. And then that was when I made that video and kind of went in on him. And then one of the other ones, like the relatives, was mad or something and said some dismissive term. And I'm like, well, you can call me whatever, but at the end of the day, I had all that money in the bank. And I mean, I was successful then, I'm successful now. So, I mean, who's really what you're saying? You. Y'all always were that. I mean, what are you talking about? They were changing Coco Martinez's grades in high school here, bro. He was never talented or anything. They just favored him and kept lying for him. That's why he was a Mason. He sold his soul. And he was taking a whole bunch of weird stuff, obviously, right? Because he wasn't even really in good shape, and that's just not good for you, period. Then he went to UT and couldn't even make the kickoff team. That's what happened. I think they tried to put him on like special teams and where he never even played. What a joke, right? All that rigging and nonsense, changing his grades and then changing mine to hold me back and all that nonsense, and then none of them made it anywhere. That's why they're so mad, right? That's why they can't even look me in the eye. All these cowards, bro, all of them, and they all over the valley. They all around, right? But like I said, my whole point is I think like that's the funny thing about him, man. I think him and like his people thought that they had money. Like I've been financially running circles around people like Coco Martinez forever and in sports. So that's what I'm saying. Like people want to be competitive with somebody like I guess in life when it's like you just can't compete, bro. Like homeboy, you not nowhere close to me. You weren't nowhere close to me in high school. Remember when I stood up to you and you was like, "Man, you talk a lot of blah 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 for a small guy." I wasn't small, homeboy. That's the point. Like you underestimate people, like, but you back down. Coco Martinez backed down to me in high school. In case y'all didn't know that, I was right up in his face, right in front of him. He backed down. All of them do. You understand? So I mean, you wasn't big and bad, bro. You just were enabled, and everybody would lie for you. And then it's so crazy. He would like sit there and try to like slick his hair back, and it's like, dude, do you understand what you look like? I can't say it on here because there's rules on this channel, but boy, he looks like you ever played like the Diddy Kong Racing game? He looks like the boss in Diddy Kong Racing. Go watch the game and you'll know what I'm talking about. He looks identical to it. Like, boy, stop it. And then you had that other one that sold her soul, like Donnie or Dana or whatever her name was, Donnie or something like that. Daniela, I think it was Daniela, right? And then they did all that like intentionally on purpose and stuff. Like nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares about none of that, bro. When people are fake, they're just fake, bro. I just dismiss them and don't care what they have to say. You know what I mean? And like I said, they just everything they did was rigged and it was satanic and demonic. It was disgusting. And that was all at St. Joseph's. So they do a lot of demonic stuff at St. Joseph's, yes, right? Which, by the way, I need to see if they have my footage or not from when I played for them and all that. And I got to look into a lot of other stuff. That's the other thing too. I may be able to get an opportunity to coach high school or college basketball, but I don't want to be one of those guys who's washed up and just only does coaching. Like I want to actively have made it first, and then I want to turn around and coach. You got to have a career first before you worry about coaching. I mean, it'd be all right for like a year, but you got to understand, me and Christina have options to do that type of stuff too. And she told me that. She's like, you really have a purpose with, like the youth and whatever. And that's true. So I think that's what would work for us. I think we'll find somewhere. I mean, I would love to do coaching down here in the right area and the right gym and with the right team. I would do it. I would definitely do it. I'd have to probably go to school and get just a PE physical education degree, which is should be simple as hell for me. I'm smart as hell, right? But I have to get a physical education degree. I think that's all you need, and then yeah, I can apply to coach. And if they accept me, then yeah, we could do that for a time. I'd try it out for like a year. But the thing is, I'd be training the whole time. I'd probably, honestly, probably be using the gym to film videos for my channel. I'd ask them if, I mean, if I'm the coach, I can do whatever the hell I want. I'd still ask permission, but I'm sure they'd let me do whatever I want. So, I mean, I could promote all that. I mean, there'd be a bunch of stuff I could do, but I'm just saying I'd be actively still trying to make it while I'm doing that. Like I wouldn't mind. That'd be super cool to spend like 1 year doing that. I liked St. Joe's. It was a cool school. I really loved the gym. They used to let me play in it on the weekends, and I mean, it was Coach Hickson, Mr. Hickson. He was super nice, and he just would tell me how to use the gym, and we use it like every weekend. It's the truth. You know what I mean? He showed me how to get in there and everything when I was young. So I mean, it is what it is. But Mr. Hickson, he tend to like me, or Mr. Hicks, he liked me. He was pretty cool. He saw me go through some real stuff in front of him too. But I love their gym. That's why I would want to coach there, because the gym is, I don't know, it's like a sauna. It's hot as hell, but it's just beautiful. It's got like glass window panes. It's a cool little atmosphere. It's just different. So I would love that. I mean, that I would enjoy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm considering that with Christina with me to try to do that for maybe a year and see how it goes. Um, Not saying it'll be the first thing on our list to do, but I think at some point I'd like to do it. I really would like to get the traveling out my system probably first. I want to play at all these different street ball meccas. I mean, that's the thing people don't get. When you put me on the court with other people, it's going to really look cool because you're going to see me doing more, because when I play with people, it's just different, and it looks a lot better. So, I mean, I want to play in Mississippi. I want to play in Louisiana and New Orleans and all that. I want to play in like Biloxi and all that. I want to play in Florida. I want to play all over New Hampshire, like Connecticut, Boston, New York, Rucker, like Harlem, Queens, all those different places. Cali, like that place Professor was at, that beach. That's a big mecca for street ball. I want to go to all those places. We're going to look up the courts. New York, I want to like take over as far as street ball. So that's what people don't get. I mean, y'all don't understand. I implemented the whole tour myself. We already played what? All over Texas, all over. We played in Minneapolis. We played in Green Bay. I mean, there's more places, man. We're doing pretty good. Like I said, I've played in TCU before. I just don't have the video footage. I've played in all sorts of courts. Played in Atlanta. Played all over North Carolina and Brunswick College and different places. Street ball courts out there. Oh, that's another place too. I kind of want to take Christina to. We'd be all right there, North Carolina. It's got some all right stuff. It's decent. It's kind of country, a little bit too country. It's a lot different than here. That's for sure. It's a hell of a culture shock. Even me, I'm super country, and even I look at them folks like, wow, like we don't even get along. But like I said, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I'd go out there with her. There's some cool place. I lived in Charlotte on a coastal town, and I had my own little apartment and stuff. And like my apartment was just real chill. It had what I needed, a couple of rooms, like 2 rooms, a bathroom, big closet, and like a kitchen. And I'd go out and go to the clubs in Myrtle Beach. I just heard something really bad happened to somebody in Myrtle Beach, and they awarded the family like $70 million. See, I think all those settlements are fake. I don't believe they pay them. I think it's all fake. And I mean, how does that replace what you lost? I mean, that's horrible. You know what I mean? And it's like you almost wonder if the family was in on it, but that's a whole nother matter. But I'm just saying, I mean, I never had any problems in Myrtle Beach. I used to go drive there and go eat at the Steak and Shake, and I'd make a new album on a CD every week, right? And I'd go talk to the guy who works there, and I'd say, "Here's my CD," and he'd say, "I want it to sound angrier." So every time, because I was doing music and then selling the CDs locally, so I'd hand it out to people. I was making like 10 racks every month, so I didn't need the money, and I had money to buy what I needed. So I got like a printer, and then I'd get the printouts. I'd actually would make the printouts for the CDs, like print it out on the paper that comes out as a circle, and then I'd plaster it, just glue, stick it. It had adhesive, and I would stick it to the CD. It was pretty cool. And then I'd make different albums like every week, right? And then I'd sell it locally. I was on the college, honestly, promoting it, and then and they were getting jealous and envious certain people, and but they liked my lines and stuff. You know what I mean? So I was doing locally. That's all I was doing out there. My name at the time for rap was I Plead the Fifth, which I like, but I found out it was like the guy that was older than me that started me doing rap. I think he was trying to like make it a joke behind my back, so I didn't like that. So I stopped doing that. But that was my nickname. I Plead the Fifth, which I thought made a lot of sense with how I moved. Especially at the time because I was straight up G'd up gangsta, real talk. I was bad in North Carolina too. I was huge because I was like taking like creatine and stuff. I looked like Vin Diesel, like bigger, and I'm taller. I was in shape in North Carolina and Atlanta. In Atlanta, I was in good shape too. But my whole point is, um, I don't know. That's what I was doing out there in Atlanta when I started going through different stuff. But I was always working out in the gym. That's all I would do is work out and go to jail. That's what I thought my whole life was going to be at the time. So, if you notice, like I said, I've done a lot, been in a lot of places. I want to take Christina with me everywhere. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I can go to those street ball courts in North Carolina and be good. I mean, you can't, you got to be a special person to just pull up and go to these different spots, and you got to be careful because these places got all sorts of dudes in them, and anything can happen. That's why, like, I want Christina to generally probably stay in the vehicle, with AC and everything, of course, but she's got to wait for me and make sure I'm good so we can get out of there if anything happens, if we have to, you know what I mean? But I'm not scared of anybody or anything. I'll go anywhere, but I don't want her to be involved in any of that, so she'll be in the car waiting for me so that I can hop in the car if we got to get out of Dodge or something or get out of there. But that's what I want to do. Play in all the street ball courts, San Diego, pull up to the courts, play games, do whatever, go eat in nice restaurants, go to the beach. You know what I mean? San Diego, I bought a wetsuit when I was younger. My dad bought me one for me, and that's probably what we'll have to do again. The water's too cold in San Diego. You got to have a wetsuit. It's freezing. So, I mean, if we go on the beach, I'm kind of paranoid with, we know what I'm talking about as far as the beach, but I'd like to get in the water a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. They have swimming pools. They got everything. San Diego is beautiful. So, all those places, bro. I want to go to street ball meccas. My whole point is that as we do this, as this tour is just beginning, and I've already gotten a couple of technically kind of could be meccas. I've played some really solid games on the channel. I'm proud of myself with it. So my whole point is this all helps. I mean, don't think it's pointless. I mean, even down here, any games I play, they matter, they count. I mean, it's all good stuff. It's all perfect footage for what I'm doing, and it helps me look better. It helps my cause. But at the end of the day, you just have to understand, how do I put this? I mean, the more that I do this as the street ball tour evolves, like if we get all this money and I get blessed and we get blessed, Christina and I, like this, when these blessings come in and I get all this bread, bro, I mean, it's gonna be open season for this street ball tour. I mean, this street ball tour will be at a different capacity and a different level where it's going to really get exciting because you can see, I mean, this is something you have to kind of develop and learn as you go to and lean into and figure it out. And there's no school for this. You have to pick up the pieces as you go. And that's what I've done. So it's like I would constantly be releasing new footage of me playing at new street ball courts. So it's going to be very exciting for the public because you're going to get to see different aspects of everything, and then me meeting and talking to people and how people talk and their reaction and stuff like that. And I'm not one of these masons, so I'm not going to let people just talk crazy to me or anything like they do. I mean, the wannabes who will never make it on here, I see their channels. I mean, they're all masons. They sold their soul. I'm doing a real thing, so I'm going to look good in these games, and I want to win. And we're not going to win every game, I'm sure, but I mean, I would hope, but I mean, I'm trying to get my skill level up as much as possible. The more I play, the better I get generally. I'll have some bad days, maybe. I'll have some times where maybe I can't make my jumpers and stuff. It happens, bro, to everybody, but at the end of the day, I just want to make sure I'm playing consistently. And that's the life I always wanted. I want to invest in the stock market. I want to play street ball and basketball, and now I want to be Batman, and that's pretty much all it consists of. And I want to get back into these sports so I can prove my point. Feel me? But end of the day, what I'm saying is, as the street ball tour develops and continues, because it's already been going on for years now. Nobody's ever done this. It's an independent street ball mixtape, basically. I'm not really making it a mixtape, but it's a series of shorts that turns into a mixtape. I can take the videos and make them a mixtape if I want later. My point is this: it's a street ball tour that is on a whole different evolution and scale. You know what I mean? It's independent. It's about me. I'm the star of it, and it's like I'm developing something that can turn into me creating my own leagues, owning my own leagues, making money off of the stuff. I mean, I'm getting paid to play street ball. That's a pretty big deal. I mean, I'm basically, I'm getting paid off of this, off of doing this on here through YouTube. So it's like it's pretty cool. I'm just saying the more we play and the more games we get in different locations, it's going to promote me, and eventually a recruiter is just going to say, "Yeah, I want that guy." They're going to start giving me D1 contracts and NBA contracts on the table. I can guarantee it because I'm too talented. I know I've watched players that have been recruited for colleges and NBA and stuff, and like a lot of them don't even come close to me, in my opinion. And maybe back then they could have because I wasn't at the skill level. I wasn't developed and grown up enough. I hadn't even developed yet. I wasn't strong enough. You know what I mean? And now I am. Now I'm coming into my body as a man, and I'm starting to fill out. And just like I told people, I'm a late bloomer, bro. This is my prime you're seeing. I'm in my prime. I mean, outside of what happened to me physically that I deal with every day. Other than that, I'm in my prime, homie. 35. When I get to 40, that's going to be, I think, my real prime. I don't even think I'm in my prime yet. I really don't. I'm different. I age slowly. I bloom very slowly. So I'm going to be like fine wine in my 40s, like, and I'm still going to look young. I age perfectly. I age backwards. I look younger every day. So, like I said, you just got to understand that's what we're going to be doing. That's my plan. And the more I develop this street ball circuit, this is going to help me with a lot of opportunities. I think a lot of deals are going to get thrown my way. And then when I'm doing the music on top of that, I want to promote the website once I have the money to actually keep putting it out. You know what I mean? Because it's going to end up going down again because I'm not going to keep paying for it right now, obviously. So, and if y'all want to help me pay for it, you can donate to the Cash App in the bottom left hand corner because it'll cost me about $20 and I need more than that because I need more money to do what I need to do on top of that. You feel me? But like I said, I'll be able to promote the music that way, probably make some record sales, which I can pretty much sell whatever I want. There's nothing you can do about it, anybody. So good luck with that. And make sell music. I could probably even create concerts if I wanted. There's all sorts of stuff I can do. Only performances I'm interested in doing are private. Like I want to build my own studio with Christina. Like I said, when she gets with me physically, she's going to help me get everything the way I want it, up to snuff. We already had talked about it. We're going to get everything rolling, and that's all. I just want people to understand I'm not stressing or worried about nothing. I'm not doing what the government says or nobody. I'm going to do what I need to do for me. You understand? I don't care what people think. All that stuff used to work on me. It doesn't work no more. I don't have any my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. Okay? I do what I want to do. I don't let the system control me. I don't let anyone control me, and I for sure won't let you people on here control me. Feel me? So good luck because you're gonna have a hard time watching me because you're just gonna continue to see me do me and show everyone reality that I can't be controlled. I do what I want to do, bro. Feel me? I've been telling people this. Like I said, when I get to New York, good luck, man, because y'all don't understand. New York isn't even like our main destination, but I'm gonna have a field day in New York because we gonna have fun, go around buying corn dogs and whatever they sell at their little bodegas. You know what I mean? Get my little shirts, my little do rags. They probably got every color do rag imaginable. I know they got some cool stuff there. I definitely want to get some jackets in New York because they got the coolest jackets in my opinion. Like they got some cool jacket designs, like what Max B was wearing and stuff like that. Thought he was all fly with his little sunglasses and stuff, right? I want to get stuff like that. Get some cool jackets like I used to do in the past. Like you got money, man. It's different. You know what I mean? But that's what I want to do, like go to these different states and like get what they're known for or what I like there. You know, I also want to look into scooter stores. Oh, and Christina said that she's not against going to Arizona. She just doesn't want to live there, which is awesome for me because I love Arizona and I don't really want to live there either. It's too hot. I don't want to live there. I just want. Sorry, I phrased that wrong when I said it. I didn't mean I want to live there. I just mean what I meant was at the time that I would want to like maybe stay there for a little bit of time. You know, like I would want to do it for like I want to do it for spring training. I really think that she will love everything about Arizona if we go there for spring training. I think it would be beautiful, but at the same time, if she doesn't want to or whatever, I mean, she already said that she doesn't mind going there. We're just not going to live there, so we could do it. But I'm also wondering if maybe it's cooler in Florida. I never did it in Florida. That's the thing. I did it in Arizona. I just remember it was super cool in Arizona. It was pretty tight, bro. Like, not gonna lie, it was pretty cool, and, like, you get to really talk to players and meet players, which I'm not so interested in doing now because 'cause I'm an adult, especially with my girlfriend with me, but, I mean, I'm just saying it would be a cool experience. It's cool because you get to everything is just baseball. Your mind is on baseball, and you get to look at the teams and the games and study who's who and watch it on TV when you can't get to a game. I mean, you eat good breakfast at these beautiful hotels. The Ramada Inn had like the New York Yankees symbol on it. I mean, can't beat stuff like that, bro. My dad, I remember, he'd wake up in the morning, go eat breakfast. He'd have his little shaving bag with his little shaving kit, and he'd shave right there in front of me in the public bathroom at the hotel and stuff like that. I think, and I just, they're memories I'll never forget. I don't never forget what the restaurant looked like, what the breakfast looked like. I just things I remember. The one memory I'll never forget in my entire eternity of my being is there was orange trees in Arizona, and that's like one of my best childhood memories. I don't know what it is about orange trees, but there was these orange trees in this hotel area, and I really want to find that hotel because they were just orange trees and they were just everywhere. I think unless it was in Florida, it was in Arizona or Florida. I could be wrong. It might be Florida, but it was one of those states. I know Florida is more known for oranges, so maybe it's in Florida and I'm mixing it up. But there's some hotel that I will recognize it if I get in the middle of it and it's like a middle area and it's got these beautiful orange trees everywhere. And I just remember they had like the best muffins I ever tasted. And you put butter on the muffin and just melts right on. I mean, it's just memories you can't take away, man. Arizona has good food unless you go to like Sizzler. Sizzler was terrible. That was horrible. That was like one of the worst experiences I ever had. But other than Sizzler, which I'm sure is not that bad now, I'm sure they've had to escalate it and turn it up a notch and make their food better. But I'm just saying, they got those little diners in Arizona. What are they called? They're little diners. They have like a kids menu that you can draw on. When I was a kid, we went there. Village Inn, I think. Y'all remember those? I remember I went to one, I think, when I was on my way to Vegas and I stopped by and there was all these clubs going on when I left like Corpus and I left all that stuff with, the other nonsense people that were the same thing, envious and jealous behind my back. But I stopped there in Vegas at one of them towns, I think like Flagstaff. Yeah, I stopped in Flagstaff and went out to a bar and stuff by myself. It was pretty cool. Stayed in a hotel. because I actually had a guy driving me for like a good time. Like all those trips, sometimes I basically had people driving me. You know what I mean? Because I needed to get over there because I was going to gamble. But I mean, we'll do all that. We'll do that too. I'm sure Christina will kind of protect me from the gambling, but I mean, I just want to do it a little bit. I wouldn't go overboard. I would set a limit, and if I lose the limit, that's it, you know. But I'm not. That's not going to be our main thing because I just don't want her taking it the wrong way or thinking I would really go over there and like spend a bunch of money. I wouldn't do that. But I want to go to Vegas for the experience of it. I think we she would love it. I mean, and you want to gamble a little because the thing is, with me, I'll start winning, and if you even just playing a little bit, like conservatively, like that's what we'll do. The thing is, they'll hook me up with like all these coupons and stuff. Like they'll give me everything. They'll give me suites at the top of like the best hotels in Vegas, and then me and Christina can enjoy that. That's the type of stuff I want to do. And I mean, out there, if I get my license back, bro, out there you can rent Lamborghinis and stuff. Like we could literally rent a Lamborghini and just drive it around. Like it ain't nothing. We could do whatever we want. I mean, Vegas is easy to just take over if you got money, especially if you got bread like that and you're being conservative and frugal still. Oh, we would have so much fun in Vegas. We just take it over and do whatever the hell we want. And like I said, we just go to the casino, chill, drink, gamble, have fun. I mean, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? They have you have all that stuff, man, with the sports, all that stuff, bro. So Yankees let me down one time. I'll never forget that. That was when the whole thing started going downhill for me. The Yankees. Never again. Never put my faith in the Yankees again. I put everything on the line for them, man. I believed in the Yankees, and they let me down. I couldn't believe it. I just didn't think they'd let me down, but they did. But it is what it is. New York seems to let a lot of people down, right? I mean, I mean, let me stop right there before I go too far, right? But I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I want to do all those things with her. They have haunted houses in Florida. They used to have this mirror maze. I'm sure it's still there. I went out there when I was in that Ken Griffey Jr. camp. We do fun stuff. And then they have that soda. I think Ken Griffey Jr. invented it, like Dad's Cola or whatever. Do y'all remember that stuff? Or he would drink it a lot or something. I think he was trying to sponsor it or something. It's like Dad's root beer or something like that. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Dad's root beer. That stuff is good, bro. I need to figure out how I can get a hold of it. I haven't seen it in I don't know, over a decade, easily more. But Dad's root beer is some good stuff. There was some relation to Ken Griffey Jr. with Dad's root beer that he sponsored it or did a commercial or he liked it or drank it a lot. I don't know, something like that. That I started drinking, and Dad's root beer is delicious. But all that stuff. I even want Christina to see like the Dublin Dr. Pepper factory, which they ruined now. It's just an Imperial Sugar factory, last I checked. When it was Dr. Pepper, it was the original actual factory that started with like a mule and everything in Dublin, but they ruined it. They changed it. So now it's Imperial Sugar, but it's supposedly still made with pure cane sugar, like the original Dr. Pepper was, that tasted better than anything. So I don't know if they still sell the Dr. Pepper like that. I hope so, but they used to sell it by the case there, and my dad would buy a bunch of cases, and you can get like a root beer float there. I'm sure they still do that. It just might not be with Dr. Pepper, but not too happy about that because it was literally the original factory. It was so awesome when it was the original Dr. Pepper. I mean, that's how they started. They made it with cane sugar. So, like I said, bro, I've had a lot of life experience, man. People don't understand. I'm not the type of dude. I don't get on here and lie about stuff that I don't have. I don't make up stuff. I'm the real deal, bro. I've seen it all, been there, done it all. Like I've done a lot, bro, in my life, and I'm planning on just getting started. Like I'm just saying, I don't know. I hope she's okay, and I hope I'm okay. I hope somehow I get through all this impossible stuff, especially physically with what these people did and what happened to me. But I just hope, man, because I really am excited about everything with her, and I just know it's all already there for me. I mean, if we do the street ball tour, they're going to throw me some contracts for the NBA and D1 ball and overseas and all that stuff, bro. The more people I meet, that's the thing too. I'm not trying to spend my time doing small talk with people no more. I'm just a different person. My energy, I don't give it out for free no more. Like back in the day, I would do that. Like my dad loved to talk to people. He was a lawyer, an attorney. Like I'm not with that no more. Like I'm not even trying to talk to you. If you ain't doing nothing for me, what do I look like talking to you? Like that's I know dudes are gonna want to have conversation. Oh, you have that YouTube. Oh, blah blah blah. Put me. I'm not putting nobody on. Y'all gets nothing. You get no money. I don't not hearing nothing. Like you need to stop talking to me right now, and that's it. Go your own direction. That's what I'm on. Like I said, people don't understand. I'm not that nice no more. Like there's no need to be. Feel me? Because I know everybody gonna have their hands out. Like when we go through these different places, bro, that's what people do. People be on the corners, yo, like 50 said, yo, what up? Right? And he says, what do I look like talking to this dude for? I mean, at the end of the day, man, with all these people, it's always been about money. So if I get money again, it's gonna be all about money with me. You know what I mean? It's gonna be all about love. It ain't gonna really be about all money. It's gonna be about me and Christina being in love and nothing else. But I'm just saying, when it come to y'all, the strangers and the people on the outside and the public, it's all about money. It's all business, just the same way y'all did me and treated me. I'm not hearing nothing. Y'all don't get nothing. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all don't understand. Y'all created a whole nother ball game with this. You feel me? I used to be a lot more generous and nice, but like, nah, bro. Hell no. No, bro. People didn't do nothing for me, bro. Nothing. And I still don't understand that because I did everything for everybody else. So I would never, ever, I'm never going to let myself be in this position again. Ever. I promise. Ever. I get real bread again, I ain't never going back. Ever. You understand? Like that was the issue is everybody had their hands out and I helped everybody and then like I said, they all owe me money and never pay me. You know what I mean? I'm not ever doing that again. People gets nothing. You understand? That's all I want to do, man. I want to like number one thing in my life that I want to have is I want to eat good breakfast every day. Like when we get this bread, I'm gonna have a solid breakfast. That's why I love hotels because they got the best breakfast. That's what I look forward to. The eggs are always good. They always have everything laid out for you. I mean, that's what I like to do. I like to wake up and eat a hotel good breakfast that's solid or a restaurant. You know what place had an awesome breakfast, bro? Like all jokes aside, the Crown Plaza in Austin. I don't know if y'all remember that, but like when I was doing those songs like Clone Me on TyreseSneed.com, the one about Bane with the Bane quotes and stuff. I think right when I was recording that around that time is when I woke up. I was working in the bar doing security or bar backing or something. So I'd get the money and I'd get the hotel, right? Might have been when I worked for that key bar, which I can't stand, but or anybody there, but I did door security for Key Bar for a while, stuff like that. Point is, how do you put it? I don't know. I mean, how do I put it? I mean, just basically like, oh yeah, that hotel, the Crown Plaza, bro. Their breakfast was so good. Like seriously, they had everything. It was a whole buffet, bro. So you're in Crown Plaza is one of my favorite hotels, bro. I think we stayed at one in Florida too when I was in that Ken Griffey Jr. camp. I always thought they were beautiful. They're built like adobe kind of build, and they're just beautiful hotels, man. And like the rooms are always super nice. Like they're just magnificent. They're beautiful. They're super clean. I love Crown Plaza. I think it's one of the best hotel chains in America, personally. I think they're very underrated and they generally work with you on the price. Like they're not that bad, I don't think. I mean, they're somewhat. I mean, it is what it is. It's Austin, but yeah, like I want to do stuff like that. Like it doesn't have to be a hotel, but like I want to eat like a good, solid breakfast. They just don't have that down here. They don't like anywhere. Like if you go, still the stuff don't taste right. Like it's just different. That's why like I personally can't wait to get out of the state. That's what I like Arizona for because Arizona has good breakfast at all these places. Like they're gonna have a solid breakfast, bro. At some place, like you go to Village Inn and get a solid breakfast. You're gonna get a good breakfast at any of these other states. It's in this city here. They just don't have it like that. They don't nowhere. Like you go to that one place across from the mall, it's all right, but like it ain't really that great. It's really not. It tastes like rubber. The sausage and stuff. And I mean, McDonald's, it's good, but we don't even know what they're putting in that food from the videos I've been watching. It's kind of creepy, but I mean, I'm not gonna stop eating McDonald's. Clearly, I mean, it tastes good. It's all right, but I mean, and it's cheap. But I mean, end of the day, I mean, you can't eat it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not quite to that echelon of breakfast I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like me. That's how I like to move. Like people understand. I don't do things like this. This is all these people, man. I move differently. People know I'm efficient. I wake up, I have a good solid breakfast. I eat 3 solid meals a day. Like I'm a grown man, bro. I'm from the country, bro. I move differently. I'm very efficient. Like I go to the thrift store and buy me a whole bunch of different clothes. Like y'all been seeing me move for years, man. Boy, stop it. Ain't nothing changed. Nah, it's just all different. Like I said, this city and the valley as a whole is different, bro. They don't work the same. They don't have none of this stuff. It's not the same, bro. That's what you don't get. Nah, bro. Like I always move the same. I move a little different as I evolve, but I move the same everywhere I go, and I know how to move. So I'm just saying, like that's the other thing me and Christina are gonna do. Like I said, see if we can resell clothing, what licenses we need, certification, whatever, so we can buy like thrift shop clothing and resell it. Yeah, I want to get like because you can get so much name brand stuff. And the thing is too, with like honestly, if you want me to be real, you know who has like free clothing all the time? Those shelters. And you don't have to stay in them. You could go talk to them, and I'm sure, I mean, especially if you have money, and I go talk to them and say, "Hey, you know what? I'd like," because that's one thing I do want to do with her, and I think she would love that. We want to rescue animals. Number one, we're gonna do all this stuff. That's why I'm relaying you all the ideas. But we're gonna rescue animals all the time for sure. I want to do that, and also I want to feed the homeless, but like for real, like where we get out there and do it probably, um, and as long as it's safe, for her, but, and I'll make sure it is, but, I'm just saying stuff like that. Like I'll talk to him and be like, look, I want to actually make a change or try to help. I want to do this, you know, and they have volunteers and stuff. I mean, it's not like we're asking them to pay us. I mean, like we'll volunteer or whatever, but like as long as it's safe for her, that's all I care about. I got to protect her, you know what I mean? But I want to do stuff to help them. And I'd ask them like, hey, if we do this in exchange, right? Is there a way you could hook me up with some of the clothing? That's what I'd ask. And then not only can we use it for that, but we can, if it's possible, right? I need to make sure that you can do that and it's legal, but for that, but then, I can give it to the homeless on the street. I can help them and hook them up with jackets and stuff. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. In Austin, they got those breakfast places too. In Austin, what y'all don't understand is they have these free food places and they got these breakfasts at these churches that are pretty good, and I miss them. And they would be on certain days. I remember exactly what days of the week, and man, they're good. And everything's kind of centralized in Austin, even though it's a big city. But if you can get through, the night, which is what I would have to do, and like however rough it was or whatever, or if I was in a hotel, I'd have to take the bus and wake up and get over there in time or try to, or walk or whatever. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we have bread, it'll be different. Like stuff like that in Austin, I'd take Christina with me. I'd take her right in there. I wouldn't be scared. I'm gonna protect Christina always. I ain't worried about nothing. I'd take her right in there with me. There's some crazy people and stuff, but it's not that bad. The breakfast, there's normal people there who volunteer, like I said, and they'll sit down and talk to you and everything. So like all sorts of people going there. If there's issues, it's generally just between them. I mean, you're gonna have that with homeless. That's just how it works. But the breakfast is absolutely delicious, and they have salsa and everything. And like Austin does this stuff, man. That's the one thing I give them credit for. They do have places to get food. It's just you have to deal with all the riffraff. Like that video I put out, that was where I was waiting. I was waiting to eat, right? And then these people, they'll say things that make no sense. Like, bro, I had money at that time. I had money to go eat or whatever I needed, but it was free. So why would I not, use it and get free food? I mean, they got kitchens all over, bro. It ain't like just soup kitchens. I mean, they give you a meal or they give you a brown bag with a couple of items like yogurt and stuff. I mean, they fed you pretty decent. It's just waiting for it and having to deal with all the nonsense, stuff going on, in the line that you don't want to deal with or be around. It's just, it's not the greatest environment at all. you know, that was that video I filmed, and that dude was standing in the street and he got locked up. Remember? That's right there by Angel House. Angel House is crazy. right? But that's not the one I'm talking about. There's a real breakfast that's just solid, and I mean they'll cut your hair in there. They got a bunch of stuff. They'll hook you up with little care packs and stuff. I mean, I just know the whole system in a lot of different places, man. I mean, if we had money in Austin, bro, we'd be golden because I could do all sorts of stuff. And then I'd call up people. I'd see if they let me speak publicly at different functions. I mean, it's just a different city that people know me a little bit there, and I'm able to talk to people well enough that if we have money, they'll probably let me do pretty much anything we want. They'll probably give me access to almost anything once they see my character and who I am and what I do for a living. And if I say, well, I speak publicly, and what I'm trying to figure out is if I could, speak publicly for whatever this place, yeah, they'll probably help me to set that up and make it happen. So then I can, try to inspire people. But um, that's what I'm saying. These people on here, they don't understand, man. What if Tyree Sneed gets bread again and I get money, bro? I'm unstoppable, man. I can do pretty much everything. I'll get all of this rolling. That's why I'm telling you the ideas because I'm thinking them as we go. But I'll do all of it, not just one idea. I'll do all of them. Feel me? So, like I said, I can make it with the sports. They're gonna throw me a contract for these sports, like an NBA contract, something. Not worried about that. I'm not even slightly concerned. That's a guarantee. Um, Music, same thing. They're going to probably throw me some record deals, especially when I get up there in New York. Because I'm going to meet people and I'm going to be like, do you do music? Or they're going to bring it up and I'm going to say, yeah, here's my stuff, here's my site, whatever. Like, they're going to give me some opportunities, bro. You feel me? It's just going to be an issue of whether I want them or not. Because I don't sell my soul and I don't really want nothing to do with the music industry. I want to negotiate my contract with music. They got to pay me money up front, no advances. I'm not paying you nothing back. It's that simple. An advance is indentured servant. That makes no sense. Like I'm not doing that. All I do is freedom, and you pay me, and I keep the money. You feel me? So I'll have to negotiate the contract when I offered a music record deal. You know what I mean? Other than that, I mean, what don't I have to look forward to with all that stuff? It's a lot, like I said. I mean, the basketball, baseball, tennis. Um, that's about it for sports. I'm pretty fast, but I mean, I'm not that into track like that I'd want to compete like that. That's kind of boring, and it's really hard on your body. So I mean, that's all I can think of sports wise. Like I said, the music. What else? That's it. Like I said, I want Christina to be with me for everything. I want to do spring training. I'm gonna have to look it up and research which one I think is better when we're together, Arizona or Florida. I think Arizona would be an amazing experience, whether for spring training. I just think it'd be absolutely beautiful. You know what I mean? I think it's better than Florida, but I don't know. I've never done it in Florida, so I don't know what it'd be like. Florida's going to be a lot of driving too. I mean, so is Arizona, but I just don't think it'll be that rough. I just like the setup of Arizona. I don't know for that, But yeah, I don't want to live there, but just to visit for a month, couple of months or something like that if we like it. I just think we would love it for a time. Like I said, California, go check out Oregon, Seattle, all them other little states where all that weird stuff is going on, but we'll find the nice stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't understand. I was driving around the whole country for a while. I went up to some of them states. I don't remember where I was at, but I stopped at random places and I was looking for different universities and colleges at one time. So like I was younger and I was actually walking through campuses and like talking to people I was meeting and stuff. And like I just had money and like time on my hands and I was just looking at all these campuses to decide where I wanted to go. So like I don't know why the hell I picked that college. It was because somebody told me to try out for a junior college, but then like I said, the coach was what, so it didn't work out, and that's fine. I'm glad it didn't. It worked out to my benefit anyway. But I mean, I don't know. It worked out. It was a cool experience. I mean, I think I actually made a solid decision. I actually think it was pretty cool because going to college there was actually pretty tight. It was chill. You know what I mean? I had a great time. I did what I wanted. I lived a beautiful life. I mean, I was having a good time, bro. So I can't say that I made any mistake on that. You know what I mean? Because I didn't. But um, I just saying, like, I wonder how another experience would have been. It probably would have been cooler and way different. The university wasn't that great. You know what I mean? It was pretty boring, but it served its purpose. You know. Other than that, I mean, I think either way, I had to start over with credits and stuff. I don't know how all that works, man. And that was all because of Fiorina, allegedly, right? Because she was playing games with the trust and tampering, allegedly. But I mean, it's guaranteed what she was doing, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, even the university down here saw her do it. So, I mean, she was doing it blatantly. So, the end of the day, it just is what it is. But we got to progress and move forward. I'm not going to let nobody hold me back. Nobody. I'm not going to let anybody play these games with me. And that's it, man. Like I said, people continue to have this habit of like, they upset because I'm doing well. So they want to, try to play these games or act some way towards me. Like, I'm not playing them games, bro. You feel me? I succeed. I'm going to keep succeeding. I don't care how none of you feel. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, bro. But it is what it is. Like I said, I have leverage. I have tons of evidence for court, and I'm going to win these lawsuits. So I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like I said, I've done a lot in my life, bro. The question is, what have you all done? You feel me? So, like I said, I mean, I already have my goal for where I'm going, what I'm doing in life. I mean, can anyone else say the same? And I'm 35, bro. And I mean, these are big dreams, big goals, and they're very doable. They're not impossible by any means. They're actually pretty simplistic. I just need the budget and the money. If I get blessed, like God keeps promising me and telling me He's going to do and is coming, boy, the sky's the limit, man. I'll be able to do everything I need to do. And then, like I said, I'm not really talking about the Batman thing because I'm focused on telling you all about the street ball stuff, but I'll be doing the Batman thing in all these different cities and states, and that's going to carry a lot of weight. It's going to open up doors for me. It's going to do a whole lot for me. So that's about it, man. I'll check in with y'all later, and that's about it. But yeah, I'm just excited for the future and for the future with Christina. That's all I care about is her. All right. I love you, honey.